Alrighty guys, it is you do Casino Gaming 88 here, and today we are live. So I'm going to deafen the group for now. Going to get the comments up actually. Now you see my whole Android layout and everything, and I'm gonna enable stream comments. There we go. Gallery, we could just go download this, boom, and screen rotation. Now, this is the simplest way I can stream right now. Alrighty, don't be afraid to ask me questions. I am here to answer those questions. I'm here doing a podcast. Well, it's not a podcast. It's a support stream. Now we don't know any official ways to unban yet, so we can't quite just tell you how to unban yourself. We don't have enough information yet.
Technically, Gateway isn't violating any copyright because of the way the DMCA is written, they get away with it.
So I'm here with Alex S, Paul, Raichu, and Zelric. So yeah, you guys want to introduce yourself? All right, let me just go to my feed and see all the stats and stuff. So nobody's watching yet, but we can already start. We can start discussing it at like any moment.
Hey, this is my first time on a podcast, so there's that.
It's actually my first time doing a podcast. All right, so I see Game in Canada's video. I'm actually gonna see what his is about. Yeah, he's pretty much giving the same information that I gave. Probably better though. All of his comments said that they're banned. Dude, yeah. Okay, so it's pretty much confirmed that non-custom firmware users are also being banned. So, what do you think could be banning the non-custom?
Anyone asked if they're using the homebrew launcher?
Well, the thing is, if they have access to Homebrew Launcher, they probably have custom firmware by now. Because if you have access to Homebrew Launcher but don't have custom firmware, it just doesn't really add up. Because if you have...
Not necessarily. People with 11.4 kind of have to just use the homebrew launcher if they're on stock 11.4. Because unless you have DSiWare or a hard mod, you can't exactly get CFW when you're on 11.4.
Well, I don't know a lot of 11.4
so
users.
there are people out there who still have homebrew.
Yeah, you make a good point there. I'm just not... Well, unless people updated their Ironfall, because a lot of people got prompted with that before they could even do anything with that game. Like, it literally prompts you when you try and open the game, unless you're disconnected from the internet. Which, that's literally the way everyone...
But then again, we also have primary exploits that work offline as well, so there's that.
Dude, like, the best primary exploit... Yeah, it uses DL Play as a main module, so they can't tell. And download play is probably the most exploitable right now. That's probably the way that 11.4 is actually going to even get home, like a actual main homebrew launch point. Because I've been working to see if there's any exploitations in the homebrew launcher DS download play, to see if there's a way to create a fake download area and download unsigned stuff and load it via download play. I wonder why it's not being explored
yet. The one thing Nintendo
yet.
succeeded in by making this ban wave is just pissing everyone off yet again. That's what they do best.
Dude, like, and the thing with the ban wave is I don't see how anyone I don't see how people that are like aren't custom for like unless it's homebrew, and they can't really detect that because it uses download play as the module. Then it has to be capture cards maybe, and they can't detect that unless they use the capture cards, unless they just literally track down every live streamer or YouTuber that uses a capture card and ban them just because they have a capture card. Like, I don't see that happening. So it has to be something up with sharing or sending information to Nintendo, which is actually in the system settings.
If only someone made that video. It'd be nice if PewDiePie made a video about this, but PewDiePie could care less. He's swimming in money.
Right.
I do have a question though for capture card users. If you have a capture card, does the fact that you have a capture card require you to install something on your 3DS?
Well, the
Or
thing with
can
the
you
capture
actually
card
use
is
a capture card on a stock system without installing additional software to the
the,
system?
the capture card is installed to the motherboard. It's not installed to the system or anything. It's installed to the system motherboard. So it's not a modification to the firmware. It's a modification directly to the system.
So in essence, it's basically a hard mod that shouldn't be able to be detected by software.
Yeah, not many hard mods can be detected at all. So I'm just gonna
That's why
turn
they call it a hardware modification. The software doesn't know it's been modified.
dude. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go to my channel, right? So I'm literally growing in subscribers as we speak. I just got to 102 subscribers, and I went from 95.
Congratulations.
See, it's about when you upload a video. It's not about the content you upload all the time.
Actually, it's about the length of the videos. That's how YouTube works.
True. And this is some news that's actually blowing up. So, yeah, I can see a lot of people being attracted to this. Let me read this. No more GTS giveaways for now. Yeah, botting. Nintendo can detect botting so easily. You have no clue. If you bot on a 3DS, Nintendo probably knows within like half an hour of you botting because they say there's no way this dude can repeat actions in a perfect manner with perfect timing each time. Yeah, so this dude said, well, today I got on my 3DS and got banned when I pressed the friend list, so I'm not alone. Yeah, I'm gonna reply to him, tell him to stay updated. Alrighty. Um, I'm not sure how long I'm gonna run this podcast, but it's probably gonna be for about an hour or two. Depending on how much information
Apparently, someone
intake.
got banned on their Switch as well, from what I'm reading here.
Dude, Switch user like
So it's a console ID ban and an internet ID ban. They're banning both.
that doesn't make any sense
That
to me
could be
though.
pretty aggressive.
I don't. Huh. That that just strikes. I don't know. It just strikes me as weird and something that shouldn't be happening. All right, we've got two people watching. We got decent stream health. I mean,
I mean, that sounds pretty aggressive if they're going for both a console ID and an ID ban.
yeah, console ID and an NNID ban is just
3DS and the
absurd.
Wii U both. That's what it is.
It just all sounds goofy to me. I don't know. Be right back, guys.
You know what? A part of me is wondering if this is like an error or a problem. Like they wanted to ban certain kinds of offenses, but they failed to do so, or the bot that they're using is too sensitive, and so it's just banning everybody who can.
The funny thing is, here it says on Nintendo's site that any request to remove the ban will not be processed, and that it's apparently providing a terms of service with that keyword unauthorized versions of one or more games. So I think it's for modified copies of Pokemon Sun and Moon or Auras.
Well, that's the weird thing. I don't have a modified version of Pokemon Moon.
And mods are only.
It's completely legitimate. I purchased it from the eShop at release, and I haven't modified it at all.
Have you used C2GP7?
No, I haven't.
The thing with mods are game side. So people online without mods, they can't see whether or not you have mods. That being said, Nintendo wouldn't be able to detect mods unless the mods actually messed with the gameplay itself. And I think the leading factor will be like playing Super Smash Brothers Neos with a friend. Those will probably be the only way for Nintendo to really detect whether or not you have mods. the mods that you can actually
Okay, so this
play.
guy says he's been banned. He barely played online twice in all of the years he had his 3DS since 2012. He never cheated on those two occasions and never hacked a Pokemon game ever.
All right, so
And
with
he's
the
actually never played any Pokemon game release.
Pokemon hacking, right? So Pokemon, they individually ban their players. So Pokemon being the cause of all this, that probably instantly gets debunked just because of the fact that Pokemon will ban the players from their servers, from their own servers.
Yeah, a Pokemon ban doesn't affect you globally at all. I mean, it might add a flag to your account, but it won't globally affect you.
Yeah,
At least not your Pokemon.
it won't, and it shouldn't globally affect you at all.
See, that's the thing. I play Pokemon online. The most I've ever done is trade Pokemon. And I've traded super legitimate Pokemon at that, so I don't even have any reason to be banned.
It looks like out of all of the votes on the poll here, that people that use save editors had the highest chance of being banned.
Yeah, people that it's probably save editors. Now with save editors, they get it's very vague as to why they will ban you for using save editors, because banning every single person that uses a save editor would mean banning probably 70% of the 3DS stock population, because most people use save editors because there's parts of the game where they just need to back that part of the game up and they need to restore it at a later time. Like maybe you have to uninstall the software for whatever reason or transfer everything to a different SD card, and you don't have access to a computer, so you have to actually download everything from the eShop again. You lose all your saves. So and when you back your saves up, those are backed up to the SD card, and some games don't even have a functionality with the 3DS itself to back the saves up.
Yeah,
Um
that's true.
so yeah, save editors, it's kind of inevitable with this whole save editor thing, because we're gonna see a lot of people using save editors, and whether Nintendo likes it or not, and that's just because their faulty hardware doesn't allow you to back up saves to the system. Because backing up saves to the system could save a lot of trouble, and it could actually, in the long run, prevent people from hacking. Because I remember before I even
In most
installed custom
cases, yeah, it
firmware.
would, because that's the number one reason for even needing custom firmware and or just a hack system in general is because of the ridiculous requirements that Nintendo has placed for allowing a title to back up its saves.
Right.
Because as of now, you can't. On 90% of the titles that Nintendo's offer, the built-in backup and save tool does not work. It's just disabled.
And then, like, the thing that just annoys me is if your 3DS broke while you're, okay, say if your 3DS broke in a way where you couldn't access anything on it anymore, you couldn't even do a system transfer, then you lost all your NNID data and your games that you bought on there, essentially. And that's the leading cause of piracy. The leading cause of piracy is because people don't want to buy these games because Nintendo doesn't want to let you log into your NNID on another system. Now I know that can be super, like, I understand not letting them log in on two systems at a time, but there should be a way where if your 3DS is broken and you can't do a system
As far as I
transfer.
know, doesn't this violate the EULA? Considering that they're just banning people, even people that have done nothing with their console had stock firmware and they're still getting banned too. So doesn't that mean they're violating the EULA?
They're actually violating the EULA. They've gotten in trouble with the same thing with Gateway. And with Gateway, it was probably a lot less intense on Nintendo, because with Gateway, Gateway was earlier in hacking, so of course it was going to be a lot less harsh on Nintendo. They had less to worry about. But with Gateway,
Just remember, Gateway will always forever be Brickway.
true, dude. I remember Gateway. Like, I remember Gateway. If you didn't have a flash card, you would probably brick. Like, you had to have the flash card to install it correctly.
But then Roxas came out with the wonderful RX tools, and then we finally got started with our own Immunans without Gateway's shitty card.
Dude, RX tools.
Thank God.
Ooh, I can literally name off all the big eras in 3DS hacking. There's the RX tool. Okay, there's the Gateway era, which is like no. There's the Sky 3DS era, which is like the first era. there's the Gateway era, which is the second era, I would say. I don't. There might be something in between Gateway and RX Tools. I don't know if there's anything between
Actually,
those.
if we're going by the first CFW, I believe Cakes was the very first, but it was so ridiculously unstable that no one used it.
I remember.
Then we got RX Tools, and RX Tools was the first stable one.
Yeah, we got RX Tools, and then after RX Tools, we got R9 Loader Hacks, which went on until just like 2 weeks ago. And now we have Sig Hacks, which Sig Hacks.
Well, actually, R9 Loader Hacks is still relatively new. They just killed support for it because they were afraid Nintendo would patch it out already.
Yeah.
Oh, you use Cakes, Paul? Is it as unstable as I'm thinking? What was the boot percentage? Like 50? I think it was 50, maybe less, just to actually try and boot the thing. Oh, it was less? What, 25?
Yeah. I'd say 20. Yeah, I'd say 25.
40% if you were lucky. Ouch.
Dude. So this dude said, I swear, if my DS is banned, I'm going full PS4. F Nintendo. I understand where everyone's coming
Well,
from
if mine
here.
is banned, I'll be asking how, because I've left it disconnected from the internet this entire time, and I refuse to connect it for any reason until we know why the bans happened.
You guys want to know something? My 3DS is banned, right? And the last time I played a game online was probably either Monday or Tuesday, and I'm very hesitant when it comes to cheating in any games. I think the only game where I quote unquote cheated in was Monster Hunter to get all my stuff back
Paul,
because
maybe this might have been because of that thing you did the other day.
the thing I did.
You know what I'm talking about. No, you don't think so?
Yeah, I wouldn't think it'll be that.
Oh.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. Okay. I had to think about it for a bit. Yeah, I actually bought that game, so. Well, I didn't buy it, but a friend bought it for me, technically, because they got me three $20 eShop cards, dude. Believe that?
You know, it is a real wonder how they are banning when you don't have an in and ID connected, which makes me think that they are banning console ID immediately after if they see it as the same console. Like, they just take note of the console ID, and if you unlink your in and ID and connect again, then it says, oh, nope, now that's banned.
This device is hold on. Nintendo in a nutshell, every single system update. They never say what they update in the system updates. They say, hold on. Actually, let me just go to this page to read
How
this.
exactly are they doing it? You would know about this a little bit better.
Alright. 3DS system. I actually need to see this. see what the typical message they say whenever they update. Alright, system menu update history. And they literally have it here. Further improvements to overall system stability and other minor adjustments that have been made to enhance the user experience.
Okay, now multiply that by at least, I'm pretty sure it's 15 updates exactly.
In a row.
That's the 3DS update history. The entire page just says that same exact message.
Like Nintendo, they can at least try to hide that they're just being ninjas here.
See, I'm actually gonna paste something here. There was a point where Nintendo was actually honest about what they were doing, and I appreciated that honesty. But, they kind of just lost it. Here, I'm actually gonna show you what I'm talking about, where they were honest at one point, but this was so far back that I'm sure they just absolutely don't want to be honest anymore. Because they don't want to admit that they have a security issue.
And every console comes with a security a security issue, so they can't be like.
No, go ahead and look in the off topic, and I'll paste what I'm talking about here.
Alrighty.
So this was the Wii system update history, the last update for the Wii. Now read that.
Improvements to Wii.
That's actually honest about what they were doing. They were still being a little coy about it, saying, oh, this could be damaging to your Wii console or impair gameplay. But they were being coy about it. Yeah. We both know what they were doing. But,
they're not.
I mean, at least they were honest that they did such a thing. Now they just want to cover it up because legally they can.
Yeah, they're definitely not slick, that's for sure. I don't know why Nintendo is persistent in thinking they are, but they're not at all slick. So, yeah. What else? So, the possibility of the ban being because of Shadows of Valentia
this is that page that I was talking about, Paul. that nin updates thing, I actually showed off that Boss Tool does send things to that address.
Yeah, there's no way the ban could be caused by Shadows of Valentia. That's completely debunked for the fact that not everyone that filled out the survey had Shadows of Valentia. And I appreciate the honesty, actually, when people um, fill out the survey because some people will fill out the survey and they'll just fill out the survey to gain access, I would guess, to certain things.
What do you mean?
They'll fill out the survey to gain access to those links that they usually give you at the end of a survey. And at the end of the survey, they give you links to the stats. So I remember I had to do that once to get access to the stats, and I literally just filled it out with the exact same information as I did the first time. Because I had to get the stats, or at least the link to the stats, so I can put it in the
You can just hit
description.
view results.
Yeah, well, I had to fill out the survey to get that option. But
Who's
luckily,
that person that keeps leaving and rejoining?
I have no idea. Oh, it's that guy whose name starts with an X. I don't know. I don't I don't remember. I don't remember at all.
Even back then on the 30s? Oh, that's hilarious.
Dude,
Inconvenience. What? Oh, I guess it was convenience for them because I had OTP lockout.
dude, I remember dude, the thing with SIG hacks is people are still bricking
We
their
can just
consoles.
dump OTP on command now. Like OTP has gotten practically useless at this point because we have boot ROM access.
The thing with SIG hacks is people are still bricking their consoles because they still get, they still get the older versions of it. They don't like go to the GBA temp, they go to the official SIG hack site, and the official SIG hack site doesn't have
Oh
the
yeah, that's
official
the thing.
version.
I kept telling people about this. You should only host on, and I really mean this. I stress this enough. You should only host on GitHub. Never host on your own dedicated website because chances are you'll forget to update that dedicated website and you'll forget that it exists. People will download your one-way brick tool instead of the actual working software.
And the
And then they
thing,
blame you for it too because you decided it'd be such a great idea to have your own site.
and I know this because I actually I have a mod pack, right? And uploading mod packs to Game Banana is very similar, if not exactly the same as uploading a new payload that you created to GBA temp. You can't forget to do this. It's something you remember to do. Now updating a website is something that slips everyone's mind. Everyone that owns a website. Now I don't like actually own my own website, but I have like a website that I can call mine.
But for those of you that are still on ARM9 loader hacks, in the off topic, I just threw a little thing to update to SIG hacks. It has all the files necessary for it and will not brick you.
Alrighty. So
Didn't actually.
people are wondering about IPS patching on Luma 3DS. So I don't know whether or not to make a tutorial for this because of how simple it is. And a written tutorial could literally just do you more justice than a video. Operation iDroid. But
No, it's what's up, B? It's Operation iBrick Devices here, coming back at you with another easy way to turn your 3DS into a paperweight.
or let's turn your 3DS into a DOS, that actually can't, run commands. But enough jokes aside, guys. I don't know whether or not to make a tutorial for this because a written tutorial does more justice than a video, and the same with installing custom firmware.
Video guides, please. Video guides just get outdated so fast.
Oh yeah, I made a video guide and it was good for a while, but keep in mind this was for ARM9 loader hacks install. It took you from stock all the way up to CFW. But even when 11.3 came out, it was still valid. You only had to switch out one step, which was get UDS point instead. But when it went to 11.4, it became outdated.
Yeah. I feel like
I'm a serious proponent of the 3DS guide, which is hosted on GitHub and is updated very regularly.
And see, this is the only thing that Nintendo has been able to do right so far with ban waves, is that they've been able to hide what exactly is the reason for the ban, and before then, they've never been able to do that quite right.
them doing that alone is probably a smart thing on their end, but it can also be a bad thing on their end. You get what I mean? Because them not telling us why we're getting
Oh yeah,
banned, they could get so much backlash that they don't need, right? Especially being that the only thing that people really care about, oh, well, I wouldn't say care about, the only attention Nintendo's really getting, as far
Is
as
negative.
positive attention is the Switch, because the Wii U is getting negative attention because the Wii U is literally dying ever since the Switch came out. The 3DS is getting negative attention because there's always a problem with the 3DS. So they don't really get positive
It's not that
attention.
there's a problem, it's that Nintendo wants to fix what isn't broken, and they love to do that over and over and over again until they run their system into the ground. They did it with the Wii, they did it with the Wii U, and 3DS will be next. And then the Switch whenever CFW comes out for that.
I mean, the thing is, Nintendo, they don't realize that
They're hurting themselves.
they're hurting themselves by doing things by making hardware decisions such as, oh, if your 3DS breaks while you're signing into your N90, you can't sign in for 2 weeks. Oh, and if you can't do a system transfer, you can't sign in at all. So
Oh yeah, apparently someone with an Immunan did not get banned when going online, so maybe Immunan stops this somehow?
I have no idea how to install
would
an
use that.
Immunan, to be honest. I have like no idea at all how to install an Immunan. I might look into that, but yeah, I've generally no clue. But yeah, don't be scared to drop some questions in the comments, guys. Um, because we'll be trying our best to answer them. Uh,
You mind linking me to the page so I can actually read around the comments as well?
yeah, I got you. Um,
But yeah, from the thread, I've actually noticed a couple of interesting posts, and I'll go ahead and toss them into the off-topic on the Discord. This is one of those that kind of piqued my interest, actually looking at this. And it looks like even this person, they just used a save editor, and their console got banned just for having an edited save.
oh, I forgot to change my live stream thumbnail.
And as you can see there, and what I just linked, that person got banned for just having a modified Pokemon save file.
The thing is, my Pokemon modified save my Pokemon save file, I can't even really call it modification. I'll just call it save spoofing. Cause I save spoof so much just to beat the battle tree. Just because I wanted to unlock the best music in the game. Like, why do I have to go through something so rigged to unlock the best music in the game? Music is not that deep. I mean, not for most people. For me it is. As you see.
Okay, there we go. Just click your YouTube channel and oh, there's the stream. Click. There we go.
Alrighty. And let me just
Oh,
upload
that's
this.
a wonderful thumbnail right there. I love it.
I just had to fix the thumbnail. Alrighty, I'm gonna reload Discord, guys. Yeah, stream out looking excellent. We're at 5 viewers right now, so yeah. Alright, I'm back in this. Alrighty. Thumbnails updated,
Yeah,
guys, so
and I'll go ahead and paste the stream on the off topic as well. Here we go.
and now I'm just going to go into my server and announce to everyone that I'm live, because not everyone gets the notifications for that. People are actually joining the Discord from my YouTube. Let me just give them their ranks. Delta Vortex left, but he's probably gonna be back. I put both my Discord and the hacking Discord in the description of the video. But yeah, if your system's banned, because even non-custom firmware users are getting banned, and the thing is, the first thing we need to do before we can even come up with a solution is find out what's causing the ban. That way we can prevent it when we do come up with a fix. Because announcing a fix before you find out what's causing the ban, it's not quite something that's ideal, because they could just ban you again. They can ban you as many times as you fix it. I mean, Nintendo's got time, apparently.
They don't actually have a person that does this. It's a bot that does it. So no matter how many times you do it, they'll just do it back.
I mean, unless of course you catch on to what's causing
I
it
mean,
and
do you
you
really think a
prevent it.
person just sits there and says, "I'm going to ban this person, and this person"? They do not have the kind of money to employ someone to do that.
I mean, if they're paying me a decent amount, I'd do it. Alrighty.
Do you have a video that just says "not clickbait" in the title? What is this?
Clickbait. It's totally clickbait, dude. Alrighty. Um, People are asking about layered FS. Layered FS is obsolete now because we now have salty SD, and most games run their mods via salty SD now. So yeah, layered FS is obsolete. The only games I know of that still run layered FS are Monster Hunter Generations and maybe Pokemon. But there's no point running layered FS when you can just literally salty SD for no outlines. Literally just throw some files on your SD card and you're done. Um, the one thing I believe is causing this is actually activity log. So the thing is, when I deleted activity log, because I actually deleted a few of my system apps. I deleted Face Raiders and I deleted activity log. But upon a system restart, they were installed again. So I actually have no clue. I wonder if these are the apps that are prompting Nintendo to ban us. Um, let's see here. So yeah, I'm actually gonna look up on the GBA temp here, and I'm gonna see if there's any updates. Now, I'd like to say that I know how to fix this, but I actually don't. So, um, and be sure that when you do join the Discord, keep the chat civil. Um, there's there's really um there's no band-aid remedies or asserting wild speculation. These are all rules by Zeverlin, the owner of the server. So please keep the chat civil, no band-aid remedies or asserting wild speculations and paranoia. If you're gonna talk about the ban and speculate as to what could have caused it, do it in hacking general. And if you want support for anything that isn't involving the ban, um, basically just keep the chats relevant, you know? Because I don't, people don't want to see irrelevant stuff in the chats. I see that around plenty of Discord servers, and it kind of makes me not want to be in those servers. So, alrighty, there we go. And yeah, some of those links are broken because I double pasted by accident. So,
Double pasted. That's 7 times the count there, and the first time was 4.
Jesus. Alrighty. The GBA tip page is actually the first place you'll probably find the the problem here. This is probably the first place to look if you want to find what's causing the issue. Now note, you can and you will be able to connect to the internet browser. You'll be able to connect to the eShop, and you'll be able to connect to CI Angel as well as the free shop. You just can't connect
What
to.
chat are you looking at right now? I'm trying to see because I'm looking at the live chat and I don't see anything in that. But then I look at their server and then I see no one's talking in that. So I'm not sure which chat you're looking at.
I'm looking on GBA temp right now. Actually, I'm actually about to paste a link to the live stream and see have people come through, come figure this out. Hashtag let me solicit it for like 5 seconds. I'm knocking on everyone's door. Alrighty. I mean, we've got 4 people watching. They're probably either bots or just people that don't have accounts or aren't logged in. But yeah. Uh, anything else we should like discuss? Hmm. Yo, how's it going, Prism Nitro? Welcome to the stream.
Hello there, person.
Got 12 people watching. Jesus. Hey, what's your name on YouTube,
Make
Alex?
that 14.
Also, can you mute the stream, Alex? I hear it in the background.
You can't hear it in the background because it's not playing.
Something's echoing. I don't know.
Well, honestly, it might be how you're putting out sound to the actual stream, because when I actually did listen to some audio of it, I heard myself from a distance, like I'm somewhere in the same room but far away. Do you have like speakers set up or something, or?
It's all set up. Believe it or not, it's all set up through my phone. This is all gonna go up fast. I think a lot of people seem to have issues. Yeah, that's the thing. So I want to try and troubleshoot and see what's causing the bans. Unfortunately, I don't speak French, but I do know a little Filipino. So if that's the language you only speak, then yeah. Yours is not banned, JP console. Yeah, I'm seeing most of the consoles getting banned are USA and Europe consoles. But then again, most of the people that aren't really in those regions aren't really likely to hack their consoles anyway. They don't have the same exposure as we do, so. Okay, so the thing is, in system settings, there's this thing in Spot Pass settings that says send user data to Nintendo. Now, I suggest actually disabling that because having that enabled is possibly the cause. Now, we don't know for sure if that is the cause, but it's possibly the cause. Hey, how's it going, Paul MC? Welcome to stream. It seems like it doesn't matter what you do. LOL, just going online with the modified console seems
I mean, while it is a good, I can hear myself echoing. It's probably not.
Let me see if it's my echo cancellation. Yeah, Alex S. How high is your echo cancellation, dude? Yeah, GBA temp mainly consists of American users.
So, anyways, what I was gonna say is while the spot pass setting may be the main cause of your being banned, possibly, we can also understand that if it's been enabled for any period of time before the ban wave started, that there's a very high possibility that you will be banned eventually.
I just believe because the mere fact that people without that's the thing that's bothering me. People without custom firmware are also being banned. That's what's bothering me the most. I have no proof that that's true, but
Well, then again, the free shop is sorry, not the free shop. The regular eShop, if you ran it, is capable of deleting your custom themes, so it can detect them.
hey, Lex Panel, I agree with Lex Panel here. The LX Panel, I just butchered your name. My bad, dude. Yeah, I'd say the cause is definitely something to do with Spot Pass. It's definitely not the free shop because the free shop is just a fork of the eShop. It's literally just running eShop servers without making you buy anything. And yeah. Well, I have Free Shop 3.3.0, so it can't be the Free Shop at all. Um, yeah, we have no confirmation of non-CFW banning. It's bothering me though that there's no confirmation of it being fake and there's no confirmation of it being true. Homebrew apps.
People that got banned need to step forward so we know what all people have had on their console or what exactly they did with the console that Nintendo deems an unauthorized use of their console that just warrants the instant ban bot.
Yeah,
You know what?
I wonder what's triggering the
Kinda
bot for us
encouraging
now.
me?
Cause why would the bot get triggered now and not sometime sooner?
You know, one of the real questions is why are they just now cracking down on CFW users?
That's the thing, because we're getting towards the end of the 3DS lifespan anyway. Why would it matter now, of all times?
I mean, if this was like in the beginning when RX tools was popular and Gateway was the thing, and they were having so much issues with piracy that they kept making system updates, now see, I would understand that, but we're at the end of the 3DS. Support for it will end in 2028. That is when support ends for the 3DS.
Hey Joe, I want to just say I think that you're actually onto something. Now we talked about this briefly earlier, but the activity log does indeed have an option that sends data to Nintendo. That being said, most games actually have that option. So Alex, if you want to bring up your thoughts on that you discussed earlier, then you can. But before that, I want to just say that there's no reason why why the 3DS should why an app that has no online functionality should just be sending data to Nintendo. It doesn't make sense unless this is how they're banning people.
Well, there's a strange coincidence that's occurring to me right now, and I kind of find it a little bit scary if they're actually doing it this way. But here's something that bugs me. The boot ROM exploit has just recently released, am I correct?
Indeed, you are.
So if that's the case, let me think of it this way. Perhaps there's something that Boss is transmitting that is telling Nintendo that we have an old boot ROM key or an old boot ROM version. What if it's possible that they're actually banning all of the old boot ROMs and they're going to release a new hardware version or a hardware variant with a new patched boot ROM?
They did. That would be the new 2DS XL you're looking at right there, buddy.
Yeah.
With the new firmware that hasn't been released yet as well.
New 2DS
So if that's
XL.
the case, it may be possible that all old systems are going to eventually get hit by this ban.
You know what they're probably doing? They won't say anything about it, but they'll ban all models of the 3DS except for the new 2DS XL and basically force everyone to switch.
So
I think that's what they're doing.
So what if it's actually
And if that's actually the case,
because
then that's actually a violation of the end user license agreement and many other laws throughout the United States and Europe and UK.
Right.
There are laws that protect the consumer from this sort of thing. And they're going to be in a shit ton of trouble if this is actually the case.
Hey Lunar, I want to just explain to you that there are many ways Nintendo can detect that we're modded. There's just not many things they can do about it. With the mass majority of people with the 3DS having mods. Now they can only ban you if they've detected cheating in any way. And
now the weird thing is, the other bans that they've had before have been extremely severe. This one is like light, if anything, compared to the other bans they had.
Right,
because before they would ban online NNID, eShop access, and it would ban your NNID across all your systems. But this time it's just the online services for games. Why?
And the thing is, why is it server side? Because if it's something so server side, wouldn't something like a DNS? I actually tested the DNS. Now, strange things happen when I actually put a DNS on my router. So when I put a DNS on the router, it didn't give me the message, but it didn't connect me to online either. So I wasn't getting the message, but I wasn't connecting to online either. I wasn't getting any error codes, but when I went to my friends list, it just wouldn't connect at all. So now, like I said, I want everyone to just relax and be calm about it because with things like
I just found another person who used to save editor and got banned as well. And this was like just now. They just posted this on Temp. Let's see. Was it 7 minutes ago? They just got banned, and they used the save editor, specifically PKSM.
Yeah, dev units don't have the same official firmware. Actually, my 3DS, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's a dev unit, but it's a game. It's a GameStop model 3DS. So essentially, this 3DS is meant to be used in GameStop. GameStop model 3DS, essentially, they have this way. They have this way of GameStop 3DS. It's really hard to explain. So you know how in GameStop 3DS is, they have the 3DSs that load that you can basically demo games on. You can play the games for like 5 minutes or so, and you can't press home menu. You can't turn it off or anything like that. You're just stuck on that game.
You know what I just thought about? Maybe they're actually seeing, like, how people use TickShop to get all the tickets, right? Maybe they're just seeing if people have all the tickets, and if they do, it bans them because they have every ticket that exists, meaning they spend an ungodly amount of money, which shouldn't be possible.
Well, the tickets are actually on your console, and again, them catching console stuff like that, them caching console stuff like that is considered against the end of user and licensing agreement, at least for the U.S. Because tickets are console side things.
Oh, yeah, that's a good thing. Actually, this is Nixon's logic, basically. They ban people for having something they can pirate games with, but still enable them to pirate games.
Don't know what to say to that then. Test unit. I don't really know much about test units, to be honest. I really only know about GameStop Model 3DSs because I own one. This is actually a Pikachu limited edition 3DS, and these are actually used in GameStop as GameStop 3DSs, where they only let you do one thing, and that's play the game that they have set up as a demo. And also, you can install
Star Trek Voyager, you are right there. I have been looking for someone just to come forward if they had an Immunan console to see if they were banned or not, but still no one has mentioned that.
Yeah, no one's mentioned Immunan bans. It's better to just wait either way because I'm pretty sure all of this is gonna be found within the next 2 to 3 days, and a solution will be found within the next 2 to 3 weeks. So it's best to just sit and wait. Now I know a lot of people are adamant to that, but we still have access to the eShop, free shop, so we still have access to just throw the middle finger up at Nintendo, pirate any game we want. Essentially, I mean, a lot of people are saying that their console's getting banned for essentially no reason. They're just shooting the middle finger up at Nintendo right now, and they're just pirating. So, just let me know any of you guys' thoughts. What do you guys think about this? Is there is there any information that you guys?
I think even this sort of ban, where it's sort of a light ban, I think it's a little severe, and I think it's a severe overreaction on Nintendo's part from any news in the scene. It's an overreaction on their part, and it's really going to cost them in public relations.
Yeah,
really badly.
It's like, like I kind of want to just laugh it off and just go to sleep, wake up, it's fixed. But the thing is, I know where you're getting when you say it's the biggest mistake on Nintendo's end, because it is a mistake. It's not really the smartest and ideal thing to do.
The fact that they're banning users in the first place, that is a mistake.
That's an overreaction.
You don't see PlayStation or Xbox or any other company doing this. They don't just ban people just for having pirated games.
Dude, I remember Xbox 360 days.
Why Nintendo was finally deciding to do something like this, we have no idea. It's actually really dumb.
I remember Xbox 360 days. The only way to get your Xbox 360 console banned and not server banned, because server ban was so easy to fix back in the day, and it's still easy to fix. The only way to get your server console banned on Xbox 360 was it's not because your console is modded, and from what it looks like, this is why Nintendo's banning consoles right now. It's not just because their console's modded. It's because you're illegally distributing software that only you should have. Now, if you pirate for yourself, they probably won't ban your console, but if you're helping other people pirate and they find out, then they probably will ban your console. Just saying. And the thing is, I don't really have any pirated games, because if I do pirate a game, I'm not even gonna lie and say I've never pirated a game, but if I do pirate a game, I usually just don't. I usually just don't play it anyway. So I usually uninstall it and re-download games that I already have that I'm familiar with. Because I mean, to be honest, who's gonna pirate a game that they're not familiar with? Which is essentially not pirating anyway if you own the game. Um, there is no pattern. Trust me. Going online with a modified console once equals possible ban. Well,
Hey guys, should I call Nintendo right now as Rakesh and ask them why my 3DS is not working?
go for it,
Hey,
dude.
sure, why not? It would be funny to see how they respond. I would like,
Especially to someone who's not from the Americas, because I am just someone from India. I lived in Delhi. I bought the 3DS and I am getting error.
well, let's do that. And I want to kind of see if you can hook the.
Okay, now keep in mind, I'm going to send it to a number from California. So keep in mind, this is the same stuff I use for scam baiting. So this number all the way from California, they shouldn't really be able to detect that I'm actually from somewhere in the U.S.
Yeah, the thing that I like about the Pokemon Company, they warn people before they throw out ban waves because they give them a chance to stop doing the things they don't want them to
Let's ask
do.
the Nintendo representative.
But with Nintendo, they don't give any warning, and that's not very consumer friendly. So I do agree with you, Magic Hat 55. So
Hi.
you make a good point there.
Calling Nintendo. Let's connect you to a specialist quickly. Let's get started.
Okay, someone's going to have to offer up a fake serial number for me.
For parental
Fake serial number.
order or repair.
I have no
For
clue.
the 3DS console.
Fake serial number. Let's go. Fake serial numbers.
Press 3. For help with accounts, transferring games and content between systems, or billing and prepaid card issues.
Dude, I can just imagine that they're just getting call after call after call after call this morning, dude. Cause
Press 5. For questions about My Nintendo, Nintendo eShop,
Here's the one I'm looking
Nintendo
for.
Switch Online
Here we go.
or promotion,
Here we go,
press
guys.
6. For parental controls, press 1. For repair or Nintendo Online Store order status, press 2. To repeat this menu, press 8. To return to the previous menu, press star. For help with Nintendo accounts, My Nintendo or eShop, press 1. For troubleshooting,
Yeah, you can't accidentally ban 2,000 people.
For internet.
2.
Yeah, you can't accidentally ban 2,000 people. I mean, you can accidentally ban 2 people, but you can't accidentally ban 2,000 people. Just saying.
There's the one.
You will now be placed in line to speak to one of our specialists.
Dude, imagine waiting for like 20 minutes.
I do have to ask. Can I hear us?
Alright, fake serial number. Alright, I'll copy this. Thank you, Nino.
Hi, thank you for calling Nintendo. This is Michelle. May I get your name and email address, please?
Yes, hello there. My name is Rakesh. Do you need email address as well?
You'll have to spell that.
You want me to spell my name, correct?
Yes, please.
Alright, it is R is in Romeo, A is in Apple, K is in Kite, E is in Electricity, S is in Sam, and H is in Henry. That is my name.
Thank you. Thank you. And do you have an email that I can put down for contacting us today?
Yes, I do have email, but it is a strange address, so it is kind of hard to type, but it is Rakesh543 at rhyta.com.
RHYDA.com.
TA.com.
And it's your first name, 543 RHYCA at hotmail.com.
No, it is rhyta.com.
Oh, somehow I kept thinking, I don't have that on there. So let's see here.
What is this?
RHY. Okay, sorry about that. So it's your first name, of course. Here, sorry. It lost it. It's your first name, 543RHY.com. Correct?
No. It is the letter R is in Romeo, H is in Henry, Y is in yellow, T is in tango, and A is in alpha.com.
So where's the at sign? Is it right after
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, that was my question. It's your first name, 543,
Oh God.
and that's rhyc.com. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry about that. Not wanting to see it.
Yes, I am sorry. It is a Hindi website we use for email from when back I was in Delhi. It was a few years ago.
Uh-huh.
Yes, that's the email address that we use over there.
Okay, no problem. So it's your first name, 543, at rhyca.com, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
All right, thank you. So sorry about that. Okay, and how may I help you today?
Yes, I will try to connect to the internet to play game with my friend today. He from America. He a very good friend of mine, and I got this error message. It has code telling me 002 something something. I can read it off to you if you want.
Yes, I would need the whole number.
All right, the error code is 0020102. And I just started playing online for the first time with my friend. And, you know, we were having lots of fun. We were playing the Triforce Hero together. It's a very fun game, you know. And today I can't get on the internet. It won't let me.
So the Triforce Heroes, what system is this?
The Nintendo 3DS.
Okay, let's see here.
And then I try to play the Smash Brother instead, and then I get the same issue as well. It doesn't matter what game I play, it go across all of them. You know, the 3DS is very expensive over here where I come from, so I want to be able to use my system to play the game, you know?
Mm-hmm. So the Triforce Heroes. I'm trying to look
I'm gonna
for
move this to the other
Does it
screen.
have another name on there? What's the full name?
What do you mean? It is Legend of Zelda Triforce
Oh,
Hero.
that's it. That's it. The Legend of Zelda. That's what it is. So go ahead and look for this. Thank you. Alright, and I'm just going to go ahead and do a little bit of research on that error code. And you are located in where?
Right now, I am located in the European. That's where I am at right now.
So it's Europe?
Yes, that is correct.
Do you know what part of Europe?
Yes, I am in Vienna in Europe.
Vienna.
Welcome to stream, everybody. Let me reload the page.
So this error code means
Alrighty.
that
I muted my mic, so I won't be messing up with this call.
error code because
Let me actually move the Discord. I'm gonna have to close the Discord for a few, and I'm opening it back up on another screen. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. I just opened it up on my other screen, so I moved it to a different screen. Dude, Nintendo is so bad at their job right now. They have an employee that doesn't even know what Triforce is. Like, that's a special type of special.
Yes, I would be okay with that.
You can't work for Nintendo and not know that. Like, come on.
I'll be right back.
So they literally just read the error code from their website. That's sad.
That is bad, dude. That's bad.
It is
Why
absolutely
does this
sad.
person work at Nintendo? They're incompetent.
They hire people that don't know the games that they are employed to help people with. Dude, this reminds me of when I kept getting the.
Job at Nintendo. Like, Paul, how do these people get hired? Maybe you could tell me.
I don't know. They just needed someone to give their money to. I don't know. All the money they nag from people who buy their consoles. I've got a notification here, actually.
I think when they come back on the line, what you should do is you just make sure that they know that there's not a possible way that you've modified the console because it's like brand spanking new. You just bought it like a few days ago.
Yeah, like. So
Hello, Karu.
I'm gonna be linking.
Are you there?
Alright, let me mute my
Yes,
mic
hello.
again.
I am still online. Yes.
Dude, you guys have no clue how bad I want to hold in my labs. Alright, here we go.
Modifications to the game or on your system. Okay, unfortunately, we would not be able to assist you with any other with a resolution on that.
But how can that be possible? I only started playing a few days ago. This is my third day using the console in its lifetime. How could I get some sort of modification?
Did you want? I'm sorry, we wouldn't be able to help you, but did you want me to transfer you up to a supervisor?
Yes, please, because this console I get brand new, and there is no way I could have done anything to it. I only played the game on it, so I have no idea why I would get this.
What's the serial number on that system, please?
Alright, I will list the serial number now. It is AW105 78039. That is from the box that I got the system in.
And that's an American system?
No, it is European console.
European console, I think that would have another letter on there.
But that is full serial number, so.
Okay, no problem. Let's see here.
Hey, say it's used, dude.
Where
Hold
did
on,
you
let me
purchase this
tell.
at?
I purchased this at the Walmart we have over here in Europe.
In Europe?
Yes.
Oh, this is so golden right now. Dead giveaway. Europe has no Walmart. Indeed, it has no Walmart.
Okay,
But, I mean, she doesn't know what Triforce Heroes is, so, yeah. We can just be safe to assume that she doesn't know that there's no Walmart in Europe.
alright.
I don't know who to feel worse for.
I'm going to transfer you up to somebody able to assist you, okay?
Okay.
Alright.
You know what? I'm actually gonna upload this later as a stream highlight. That's just how funny this is, guys. Like, this is gonna have to be a stream highlight. I don't know.
Your call may be monitored.
This woman is a dunce.
For quality assurance.
Oh, I bet it'll be monitored for quality assurance.
Dude, say it's a used console, dude. Say it's used. Alrighty.
Hi, this is Ryan. I'm a supervisor here at Nintendo. Who am I speaking with?
You are speaking with Rakesh?
Hey, I'm gonna be right back, guys.
Hi, Rakesh. How's it going?
It's not going too good. I got this error on my 3DS system only after my third day of play it. And they say I have modification of system when I just bought it.
Okay. What is the error that you're getting?
It is 0020102.
Got it. Okay. Do some quick research on this problem. And when do you get the error?
I got it just now today when I went to play with my friend. He also from Europe. We played together on the Triforce Hero game with another friend. And when we went to go online, I could not connect to my friend because I got this message. And then the other lady, she said it is from system modification, but I just got the system. I literally just bought it. I have
Alright, I'm back,
receipts right
guys.
here. I have serial number box and everything.
Duds Kappa cheap.
I bought it from the store over here, the GameStop. You know that one?
Yep.
Yes, that is where I got it.
Have you talked to GameStop about this?
I have, and they tell me they will not return system. That is what they tell me, and I keep asking them why can't I have another one? Because you give me system that not work anymore after a couple of days.
Oh my god.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, any resolution, you'd have to go through them. There's not a whole lot that we can do in this case because this is something that we take so seriously that we don't do data transfers. We can't unban the system. We can't do anything about that.
Nintendo with the Johns, boys. Nintendo with the Johns. Hey, can I get a no Johns in chat, guys?
Right, I understand, sir.
Can I get a no Johns in
Is there
chat?
anything you can do about this issue? I want to know why I didn't get it. Like, what could I have done that gave me the issue, sir?
Based on what you described, it doesn't sound like you necessarily did anything. If you just bought it the other day from GameStop, you could have had modifications beforehand.
You take this so
But that would
seriously.
still.
But it's a brand new system. They sell it to me in the box, so I have the box, the receipt, and everything. It is brand new console.
Brand new console. I'm gonna have to learn the accents, guys. I only know 2 accents.
Okay.
I only know 2 accents,
Again,
and they're pretty easy to learn.
You would have to talk to GameStop about that, because especially if they told you it was.
Oh man, I need a drink of water right now. I can't do
Is there
this.
anything we can do right now so I can play with my friend online?
There's not, unfortunately.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
Nintendo.
I understand your predicament and wish I could help, honestly, but we just can't do anything.
Nintendo being ninjas right now.
So, do you know how I could have gotten it? Because they say it's brand new console, and I don't see how I could have gotten this.
Yeah, Leon, we've all been banned for essentially no reason
I
here.
not play it that much. This would be my fifth time.
Oh, we're almost at 80 viewers, guys.
So I have no idea why.
Thank you guys for coming through to the stream. I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you guys for
It's not
coming through.
But it is only 3 days old. I have the receipt that tell me when I bought it, the exact time I bought it, and how much it cost. And it costs quite a lot over here in Europe. It's very expensive.
Yo, ask. Hold on, I don't think he can hear me.
Yeah, well, it sounds like.
Does this mean I have to get another console? Because I don't know if I can afford that, They're very expensive.
Please sue
I know,
Nintendo.
yeah, unfortunately, you would have to do that.
Nintendo
Okay,
being
I
money
will
greedy
just tell
right
my
now.
wife.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for waste your time. I will just see what the GameStop have to say about it,
Oh god.
Okay, yeah, no, I appreciate your patience. I'm sorry about that.
Nintendo ninjas right now, guys.
Alright, sir. I will go to the GameStop.
Yo, okay, I must just say, this is illegal, okay? Now, we have this all on video. This is illegal. Nintendo, they cannot issue out bans for no reasons. And not be willing to fix.
So I can call them back again and again.
Yo, they cannot. Okay, let me just say, this is illegal.
This incompetent. So this is all you will get if you actually call Nintendo support about this.
Right, this is all you're gonna get if you call Nintendo support.
Yeah, this is actually pretty pathetic, if you ask me.
So this means that even the Nintendo support doesn't know why this ban happens.
Dude.
Meaning that it had to be someone either in the marketing department or the people who do the security for the console.
This is not legal, yo. That's
So,
illegal,
do you
guys.
think that this could be a mistake of some kind, and that Nintendo is still trying to fix said mistake, and they've accidentally banned people, but don't want to say why.
So wait, why are we banned and they're not? Nintendo should be banning themselves right now for how stupid and incompetent they're being right now. This is.
Well, I can tell you right now, just from listening to that entire phone call, that entire car, they would have broken several consumer protection laws in both the United States and the European Union, as well as the United Kingdom.
Dude, and don't even forget about Japan. Like,
there has been a false ban that I heard about, that someone got banned on Reddit. on the 3DS, and it wasn't hacked at all. It was completely new.
Yeah, there are
Yeah,
reports.
that one, they haven't really shed enough light on that one.
Yeah.
As far as we know, that person was just lying their ass off, and they just went to detention.
Yeah, we just need some confirmation. We actually need proof that a non-modded console is banned, because without proof, then we can't really just throw that in there. Now, we can say it because we don't know if it's true or false. We have to, always have that in the mix,
So the plan is to just keep calling Nintendo over and over about this issue.
I mean,
I could potentially do that. I have a huge number of voices I can do, and a infinite amount of phone numbers because I call scammers. So
I mean, I can call it Joe Swanson, but my phone's preoccupied right now. I'm sure everyone wants to hear a Joe Swanson voice. A horrible impression. Already I record.
Well, yeah, since it's
Dude,
still
the call.
then it is pre-recorded.
Dude, the call is recorded. So, yeah, the call is recorded. So, I'm actually going, as well as that being a stream highlight, I'm actually going to use that in a case against Nintendo if ever that needed to be. If no solution can be found for this, even if a solution is found for this, I do still want to plead this as a case, because this is absurd, and it's against the law. To fight the bans, prepare for trouble, and make it. How many people are in here? What multiplier would that be?
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna call them, and this time I'm just gonna talk in a normal voice. That way it's easier. And also, oh boy, that is definitely not the right number.
Can I
That's
ask you
actually a
one
scammer
question,
call
though?
center.
It's just kind of a dumb question, but can they hear us over here on the Discord chat? When we-
No, I hard mute it. I do the same procedure I would do as if I was calling a scammer. So they don't hear you whatsoever.
Alrighty. Okay, that's a bit of relief, actually.
Keep my
Alright,
mic here.
guys, go check out Zelf Gamer. He's a good YouTuber.
Specialist quickly. Let's get started.
Alrighty.
1, 3.
You will now be placed in line
I mean,
to one of our specialists. Your call may be monitored.
he could
and
call
recorded
speaking
for
Filipino, and I could
quality
just type to him everything he needs to say. But he wouldn't know the pronunciation. We hate bands, dude. We hate bands. Dude, Nintendo came through with the Johns. That entire call, nothing but excuses. Excuses. They should know this stuff.
Yeah, my first name is Eric, and my email address is eric672@hotmail.com.
Alright, so just make sure I have that correct. That was Eric, and do you spell Eric ERIC?
Yes, that is correct.
And then 672.
This sounds like the same lady, but I'm not gonna just say anything.
Thank you, and how can I help you today?
Well, you see, I was calling in about an issue that I was having on my Nintendo 3DS system. A couple of my friends have gotten this too, and we just wanted to know what was the reasoning for this.
Okay, yeah, I'd be happy to help you with those specific.
Remember, EU serial begins with QEF, then 9 digits. Yeah, I probably should have mentioned that to him.
Game online, or even add a friend to my friend codes.
Ain't nothing but a John. You're correct, Matt Don.
The error code is 002-0102, and a lot of my friends are getting this, and we have no idea why.
Okay, and which 3DS system do you have specifically?
Well, it's actually happened on a multitude of my consoles. It's happened on my 2DS, my new 3DS has gotten it, but my regular 3DS system has not gotten it. So I'm very confused as to why this is happening. Is this just something normal? Are the servers undergoing maintenance or something?
I'm actually pulling up that information now. Give me one
Savagery. Dude, the savagery. And Nintendo, they should really tell their employees when they do go under maintenance, because it could save a lot of the peer stress that they probably have to go through. Just saying.
What caused this error code specifically is it's when the system itself has been banned due to unauthorized system modifications, play of unauthorized versions of one or more games, and or connecting to the unofficial or official.
If you guys want to truly see my modified games, they're not modified where they will affect the online gameplay. So if my mods aren't affecting the online gameplay, then why should it matter if my game is modded? Just saying.
Was it just for playing Smash Brothers too much?
No, playing a game too much, it doesn't cause it, but like I said, it can be either like a system modification that was unauthorized, a unauthorized version of one or more games.
How exactly
And
would you
orders,
modify
and I
the
think-
system, though? I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah, they do. Like there's third parties that do
Third
make
parties.
things to
Please
modify,
don't refer to them
like,
as third parties.
features and things like that, and those aren't recommended because they do violate the terms of service
That
and
sounds
make it to
awful.
where we work
I
on
don't know
this.
why someone would do that.
Third party boys. They could just say custom firmware. They say third parties though.
There has been one or more of those things that have occurred on that
Yeah.
system, and so that's why it got banned.
Is there any way I can avoid this on the current 3DS system that I have that doesn't have that issue?
True. They
Because
can't
as
really
far as I
advertise
know, my
system
other two,
mods.
they've
That
never
just
been
be
anywhere outside of my home.
that just
I
be
haven't
something
bought
new in
them
Berserk.
Anywhere. I haven't taken them to any stores.
We
They
third
haven't
party.
even been sent in for repairs ever.
We're in the party of the third.
So the only way that I can really suggest to avoid this is make sure that any download that you
So downloading from
comes directly from the eShop.
so where else would you download it if you have a non-custom firmware 3DS? Nintendo's own? Oh, that got discontinued.
Nintendo games not made by third parties. Don't like buy any hardware to put.
Yeah, what about the
inside
second party?
system.
So why is it the second party getting banned? I mean, wouldn't Luma Custom Firmware be the second party?
That's really the only
So we're
thing
not
I
breaking
can
rules, right?
really suggest,
It's not the second
I'd
party.
like to speak to a supervisor about how this may have happened, though, because I am very concerned for my other system that this could just randomly happen to me like it did with my other two.
Yeah, I can definitely.
Dude, I can sense
Give me
how
one
annoyed she
moment
might
to
be.
pull up
She's been
her
getting
to
called
put
about
in
this
some
all day.
information here,
I
and
can
then I'll
tell.
get you transferred.
I can tell in that huff.
Alright.
When you hear this, when you're talking to a Nintendo representative, you can tell they've been getting the same call all day. Okay? Dead giveaway.
Pretty much.
Call and say you're being wrongfully banned from buying used 3DS from GameStop.
Serial number for one of the systems that's doing this.
Alright, where would I find that on the system?
It should be on the back of the system underneath the barcode.
Alright, so do I have to open up the back of that with a screwdriver or something? Because I know my new 3DS needs that on the bottom side of it.
Yeah, or if you have your 2DS with you, you said that the 2DS is doing it too, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, I'm gonna see if I have I actually have a box for a
Grab my
3DS.
2DS from the other room. It'll just be a moment.
Yeah, I have a 3DS box that I can get him a serial code. Hey Alex, do you need a serial number right now? Cause I have like 3 boxes for 3 separate 3DSs that I've had, and I can get you a serial number, dude. I've had so many 3DSs.
Alright, okay, so I have my 2DS in front of me.
Alright, he's got it.
Alright, and the serial number is... Alright, the serial number is AW7 002 6496, and
It's
there's a
both
number
EU
2
and
after
US,
that.
but his serial number is US right now. He already has a serial number, so we should be good. Nintendo, they've really cut up doing this. They've stressed out all of their employees for about a week. They've stressed all their employees. Now, I can't speak for everyone, because I know there are some people that don't buy games, and not everyone has the financial help that they would need to buy games. So a lot of people pirate. I mean, there's nothing to do that can stop that.
Alright.
Because, I mean, if they were to console ban you from completely even accessing the eShop, you could always just download the game CIAs anyway. If they were to completely brick you from online, you could always just download the CIAs. I mean, dude,
Alright.
Nintendo's gonna
It's
double
fine,
regret
I
this.
can wait.
Well, that's the thing. They're
It's
just
not exactly like it's too big of an issue. I just called to get it checked out because a friend of mine told me I should if I'm getting something weird like that.
Okay. Alright, and I got that fixed. I'm transferring you now. Thank you for calling.
Alright.
Dude, this is
Your call
so
may be monitored and/or recorded for quality assurance.
agreed, Leon. Agreed. Dude, I mean, that's the best middle finger you can throw up at Nintendo. Just keep pirating, keep pirating. I mean, Nintendo's not gonna learn
Thank you for
anything.
holding. You've reached Devin of the supervisor's department here at Nintendo.
Now, let me mute myself so they don't have to hear
Yes,
me.
you are.
Okay.
Just
no
keep
problem.
pirating if this happens
let's
to you.
see here. According to the notes that I have here, you said that apparently there was a ban and you were unaware of the ban.
Yes, that is correct. It just happened to me one day for absolutely no reason, and I only own 3 games. I have Ocarina of Time 3D, Super Smash Brothers, and Super Mario 3D Land. So when I went to play online with my friend on Smash Brothers, I got this error, and I tried it on multiple consoles as well. I did it on my new 3DS and my 2DS, and they just magically got this issue. I tried it with my old 3DS that I owned from back on the launch of the 3DS, and that one seems to be fine. So I'm very confused as to why I would get this. I mean, will this same issue happen to me?
Because that
If I were to get the new 2DS, would the same thing happen again?
I'm not too sure because the error code.
He sounds like James Bond.
Like there was some sort of unauthorized use on that system.
What exactly does that entail? Like, what would I have had to have done that was so terrible that would cause this? Because, I mean, all I've done is just play Smash Brothers with my friends.
Well, that's what I'm trying to look into now for you. But typically, when you get that error code, it's because the system was banned due to some form of unauthorized gameplay online, like you were online with the game, or the game is from another region,
Okay,
for instance.
BS,
Things like
BS.
that could cause this ban, which is
So
why,
just modifying your
Out-of-region
console.
game would cause that is what you're saying?
What was that?
So what you were just told me was playing an out-of-region game caused that?
Yeah, can cause that, yes.
I don't know how you would do that, though. I heard that if you tried to play an out-of-region game,
Or
the
due to
system would stop you.
any system modification or unauthorized versions of one or more games. Let me see.
You know, a case could be created against this. Oh, dude, he does sound like Snake. Solid Snake.
This is absolutely sad.
You heard it here first, guys. He sounds like Solid Snake. I can't believe
Basically, all the
Nintendo.
support reps are doing is mouthing words that have been published basically on their website in different ways. They're mincing words.
Are they asking other people for help?
They're just paraphrasing at this
Is
point.
everything alright over there?
Hey, they're just copying someone else's homework at this point.
Looking into it now, for some reason your serial number isn't coming up. Serial number that you had given the previous representative.
Well, that's the serial on the back of my console. Would you like the one for my 2DS?
The one that you have is from the 2DS, the one that they gave me. That's what I'm looking into now.
Okay.
And on the other, what was the other console you were using?
The other console that got this issue was a new Nintendo 3DS.
A new Nintendo 3DS XL?
Yes.
Or a new Nintendo 3DS?
Not the XL version, just the standard new 3DS.
Oh, okay. This is the standard one. Okay, perfect. That's right now I'm looking through the
He sounds so ominous, yeah.
2DS.
Let me see. Kept you waiting, huh?
And your Nintendo Network ID is on the new 3DS right now, or is it on the 2DS?
It's on my new 3DS at the moment, so I'm
Okay,
very
so
confused.
I will need that
Oh
one.
crap, let me
If you
just
have any
actually.
issue with that
Yeah, I
one,
just leveled up on
let me get that serial number.
on
That
the
one should
Discord.
start with YW, if I remember correctly, on the back, or on the bottom.
Solid Snake
Yes, that's correct.
taking place at 2020.
So can I get that number?
Jesus.
Alright, let me just grab my box for the 3DS one more.
Alrighty, I just ranked up to rank
Alright,
10.
I have the serial number right in front of me as we speak.
Just sound it off when you're ready.
Alright, it is QW40776783, and there's a number 4 to the right of that serial.
Okay. I'm not 3DS, not the
Yes.
XL version.
It's a new Nintendo 3DS. Well, the box says XL, but I don't think it's an XL. I mean,
Well-
how would I be able to tell?
Well, Leon, not everyone can afford a Nintendo Switch. Hence, there being like 5 live giveaways 24/7 on YouTube for those.
I guess when I got this for Christmas, it was an XL then. It actually says it on the bottom of
Yeah,
it.
Gui, go for Call of Nintendo for sure if you get
I'm
banned.
sorry for that. Just
Yeah,
mistake.
that's okay. That one isn't showing up either on the under your Nintendo Network ID, which is odd. Hold on one second.
I mean, considering these are very real cereals, I would agree that this is completely weird.
They're actually real serials, guys. I can confirm they're real serial numbers. So
I'm looking at my console as we
Only playing
speak,
Smash.
so I'm just very confused. 'Cause this is the serial numbers that were listed on both of my consoles. I mean, how could they be wrong if they've been printed on it?
No,
DS users must buy Nintendo Switch. Oh, it's just like when they stopped online functions on the DS. They've adapted. They're trying to just ban everyone.
Network ID.
So how can I avoid this from happening to my old 3DS that I have? Because I don't want this to happen to all of
Dude,
my
yeah, that's what I'm
consoles,
saying.
and
What are they
I
gonna
really
do
got
when the
much
Switch
with
gets
them,
hacked?
so I'm
Piracy
very
is
concerned
everywhere.
now.
They can't stop it. It's what they do to prevent it before the consoles even come out. Now it's like they're not taking any precautionary measures while they're making the consoles.
Or you're not
They're just waiting to take the precautionary measures when it's too late. You know,
that you have.
it's no one's fault but Nintendo's. When you think about it.
If this ban gets on the system, there's no way for us to take it off
Mm-hmm.
because it's a terms of service ban.
Which I don't understand how this could happen, considering all I've done is just play the game Super Smash Bros. Online with my friends, and I only have 2 other games, so I don't know how this could happen across multiple systems I own.
I can't really say I'm not, because I'm not too sure exactly what's going on when you go to play these games online. But the error code is in terms of you playing online.
It
So
only
something that's
shows
going
up
on
whenever I
online
go to
is
play
what's getting
online,
banned.
like with the
Oh
server.
snap, my man Robert is online. Let me just message Robert, yo.
Whenever I go to play online on Smash Brothers, like when I try to connect to the server, it pops up this message.
Yeah. And that's because the previous time you were online before you received that ban, there was something that violated the terms of service.
And this honestly couldn't be a mistake of some kind, considering it happened to 2 of my consoles, which have never left my home. So, what happens if I did get this by mistake? Like, is there anything you could do?
I can't take the bans off of there because once the console's banned, that's it. The only thing I can advise you do is to check and make sure that what the games you have are authorized versions of the game.
Is there any way I would be able to verify that my cartridges are okay copies of the game?
What was that?
Is there any way I could verify that my cartridges are just normal copies of the game? Because, I mean, it could be that my friend sold me this copy of Smash, and I don't really know exactly what it's, where it's been, because it's a used copy of the game. So maybe it's my Smash Brothers game that's been causing this, but I don't see how.
Okay. Well, you need to ask him where he got it from, because if that's the only game you're playing online, then that's the game that's getting banned.
But is there anything that I could have done besides that could have caused it? Like anything specific so it doesn't happen again?
If there's any sort of modifications you did,
But what?
Someone call Beerus in here, dude.
That you guys keep talking
Someone
about,
call
you just say
Beerus in here, dude.
modifications, But I don't know how exactly you could modify the system in the first place.
well, things such as homebrew and things like that could cause that ban as well. If you go online or
What is
playing a game
homebrew?
that
I've never heard of that before.
things like that can cause that ban. So,
What is homebrew?
what was that, sir?
You said something about something called homebrew? Yeah, what exactly is that?
Well, it's basically a modification to the system, which would allow for people to do unauthorized surveys, download games that aren't in the region and things of that nature. So that would cause that as well.
be homebrew, an out-of-region game, and is there anything else that could cause that?
According to what let's see. It could also be connecting to the game, even if the game is an official, game in your region.
Jesus Christ.
It could be something that was violating the terms of service.
Like what exactly? I mean, if I'm just running the game,
Like some
how
sort
could
of
I
hack or something like that.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I'm not sure what it could be. Like if there's some sort of hack or something that was going on when
You can't hack You can't hack a game without homebrew or custom firmware. That's the thing we need to get through their mind.
So
Nintendo.
there's nothing more that you could tell me about this, is there?
Nintendo, please understand. Please understand, yo.
That's really what that error code is.
Jesus Christ,
I don't
Nintendo.
know necessarily the specifics of how you go online and things like that, so we can't really determine what caused it.
I'm just so confused as to why this happened to me in the first place.
What was that?
I'm just so confused as to why this happened to me in the first place.
It could have been something that was done when you went online. I don't necessarily know
Dicks are bad for your eyes.
uh,
Blue Fox,
what's
dude.
going on when you're playing online, but whatever it was, something was unauthorized, which caused
I don't have. I haven't unboxed my Switch yet, Leon.
Alright.
I'll probably
thank
play
you
it
for your time,
soon.
sir.
no problem, Eric. Is there anything else that I can assist you with today?
No.
Tsundere
no,
guy.
but if I have any
I
further
agree
questions,
with you,
I'll
dude.
call back.
No problem.
Just gonna upvote that.
Thank you for calling us here at Nintendo.
Thank you for calling us here at Nintendo. Let me say it like SpongeBob would say. Thank you for calling us at
Alright, so
here.
we got the most in-depth we're going to get from Nintendo, so it's most likely an out-of-region game, a certain homebrew they're looking for, or there's three different things that can cause it that we know for sure now because the Nintendo representative told us when he really wasn't meant to. So we have a clue as to how they're doing it now.
Okay, so out of region games, homebrew. Now we don't know how they would detect
When it's
it.
region free, they can tell what region of the game it is. So I bet that's how they're doing it. If they see a region of the game that you shouldn't own because your console is a US console, they ban you for that. I'm almost certain that's one of the things that they're doing now to ban people.
The thing is,
Because people love using out-of-region games with homebrew, and that's just one of the staples of having CFW now.
it's
Well, this
just
is the thing. If you have, here's a question.
it's just if you buy an out of region, it's
And
just
you don't ever download or pirate or use a out of region game. Let's see that you're absolutely positive and certain that all the games that you're running are for your home region. How would they tell?
They would be able to tell by the title ID of the game that's installed and what game you've connected to their servers with. They would see it's a US console running a European copy of the game, and they'd be like, no, this isn't right, ban.
Well, no, but what if you're actually not using a European copy? You're using a US copy that you're certain is not the wrong version for your region.
If that's the case, then you would have had the homebrew that they're specifically checking for installed. The one specific software that they keep referring to now.
and it's like
So they're scanning for a software. So they must be able to detect when we use GS-Pwn now, meaning that they somehow know how we exploited the 3DS.
it's actually that's actually much more illegal than catching the 3DS. Viewing the installed software on the 3DS. Well, it's not that it's illegal because Nintendo they can do that, but
Maybe they're checking the usage times of the software that's initially used to exploit into Homebrew Launcher.
But that
The
would
thing is, I have this My Hero Academia
They
game.
couldn't just
Okay.
they couldn't just prove that you're using something exploitable because of the playtimes, due to the fact that you could be playing a download playtitle for that long.
Right. I have this My Hero Academia game, right? Okay. It's a Japanese game. It's only out in Japan. It's the cartridge version of the game, of course. How am I gonna play it without hacks? Okay. I buy this game. I should be able to play it. Okay. That's how I see it. So with that being said, why would they ban someone who actually has a legitimate reason for
They were
hacking?
banned for out-of-region games because they want to enforce regional lock, is what it is.
So they want to enforce region lock, which no one understands it. Nintendo, they're the only company to enforce region lock.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting the whole picture from these Nintendo representatives. They sound actually pretty damn clueless. And what I actually feel like he's doing is he's pretending to look this up, and he's just playing
Legit reason for
and
hacking.
he's just coming up with stuff from the internet. Basically, he doesn't have any access to the internal decision-making systems of Nintendo.
They are all reading the same log, though. They are reading the same Nintendo support page. And when they go to look further into the issue, they're actually looking at something that only the people that are in the building are allowed to look at. And that's why he eventually said homebrew once we, pressured him to mention what specifically causes it.
I mean, there's gonna probably be a fix for this soon. I mean, for custom firmware users, there's probably gonna be a fix for this soon, but I'm not really sure how long that's gonna take. So I don't have a Elgato capture card, so I can't stream the Switch, and it's not unboxed yet. So sorry, dude. I would if I could. I don't even have a Windows computer. I got pretty much the cheapest setup here to do this live stream here. I do plan to get a computer before the summer so I can do some live streams on YouTube and Twitch, but yeah, I can't really do those now. Not now.
Now the question is, why are these representatives so convinced that it has to be a permanent ban?
Because permanently banning more than half of the 3DS community is literally killing off their own consumers. Because no one's gonna want to buy the console again after that.
Yeah, you could, Victor, you could inject another local friend code scene.bin, but the problem is, they would just ban that one.
Yeah, they would just ban that one. And you could always...
See, this ban is a little different from the other one. It just bans you over and over. If you try and circumvent it, it knows it's your console through the ID, and then bans the new friend code seed that you just got.
So, we have to find a way to either DNS or block this specific server ping from pinging our 3DS and knowing that we have the
Basically,
mystery software.
It has to send a request to view our system information to know if it's a legitimate console or not. So, in other words, you have to see what exactly causes the ping to go off that says, this is not legitimate and ban me, basically. And the system has to send out that request to be banned. So if we are able to block that, then we should be able to avoid the ban entirely or circumvent it from happening in the first place.
Okay, so Fabulous Flynn here says he tested it with Boot 9 with Monster Hunter XX. I would assume he has a patch. So, quote unquote, that will be against quote unquote Nintendo's rules of no out of region games because that's out of region. And it's modified because if you have the English patch, then that's technically not the intended gameplay that they want you to, have. So that's breaking Nintendo's rules, but it's not really breaking Nintendo's rules. So you can't do both. You can't break the rules while not breaking the rules. So Nintendo, they really confuse us as well as confusing themselves when they try and enforce such rules like that, Because some people only play modified copies of games because the original copy of a game doesn't provide what it should.
Alright, so is your console banned, Kasuna?
What do you mean?
Like, does your console have the ban right now?
Yeah, my console has the ban, and I haven't played online since either Monday or Sunday. Now, I'm not freaking out about this, and I advise against freaking out about this because a fix is always around the corner with these things. Like, it only took, 2-3 weeks for it to get fixed last time, so...
Also, everybody make sure to subscribe to my good friend Kasuna here because he does make very informative content, and it would be a good thing if you did that, if you wanted to see more of this kind of thing in the future.
Yeah, if Alex decides to make a YouTube channel, I'll actually update the description with a link to his channel. So
I actually have a channel with 650 subscribe with that. I just didn't feel like mentioning it because, this is your channel and I don't want to, trample over what you've created.
Yeah, that makes sense, dude. But I'm still gonna advise him to go sub to you because I'm positive that he has great content. So be sure to go check him out.
I
Yeah.
do make live streams for the Simu emulator whenever new versions come out. I also make ROM hacks and speedruns. That's all I'm going to say. That way it's not going way too into depth about it. Just leaving it simply at that.
I don't know. I'm contemplating if I can get an Elgato capture card sooner or later. I'm contemplating doing a Breath of the Wild like live stream all-nighter where I just basically play the game all night until I can't play it anymore and until I'm too tired to play it. And yeah. They want to know what your channel is, Alex.
Well, I tried to link it, but apparently I have to remove any web addresses. So what I'm going to do is something that usually most robots can't detect, which is kind of funny. So, okay, so it blocked that. But I did send it to you in a Discord DM. You should be able to, in theory, link that onto the page or the description of the video.
Yeah, I'm gonna link that. I'm gonna spam it in the chat real fast, and I'm also gonna link it in the description. Let me just link it there.
There we go. I figured out a way to do it. I just had to take the beginning of the URL out.
Alrighty.
Yeah, everyone can confirm that they see this in the chat.
Alrighty. Be sure to go subscribe to Alex, guys. And yeah, are there any more questions that you guys think we should speculate or try and answer before I end the stream?
And keep in mind, I was willing to go this in depth for this to make sure that other people are aware of what could cause this. That way they don't accidentally ban themselves.
Right, so I just suggest leaving your online disabled until we can find a way to prevent this. Now, it might involve, further hacking your console, but since you're already here, if your console is hacked, if you're experiencing this problem with the hacked console, since you're already here, then I suggest you just, disable your Wi-Fi and wait until a solution can come out to prevent this. If your console isn't hacked, then I honestly don't know what to say. I just say disable your you have nothing to be scared of, I guess, if your console isn't hacked, but there are reports of non-hacked consoles getting this problem.
Keep in mind, it could get so bad as the point to where just simply turning on network connection, even for a moment, is long enough to send that ping. So we don't exactly know at what stage that you're in the internet connection that it bans, whether you're connecting to a specific game server or if you're just connecting online in general and SpotPass is what bans you. We don't know that yet.
Right, Nintendo.
Soon in the future, we will figure out exactly what causes it.
Right, and also, please don't check.
Looked at is through Boss.
Please.
You were mentioning that we've been looking through the Boss stuff. I think it has a lot to do with the Boss, the SpotPass.
The Boss tool is kind of what they use to spy on you in general. Actually, Yellow's 8 has exploited Boss before to make CTR HTTP phone work. That's actually how it works, is by exploiting Boss. To download the newest friend code seed, not friend code seed, it's something related to the friend code data, but it downloads the newest version of that without you updating your system and temporarily patches it to memory. That's how the CTR HTTP phone works, and that's the reason why it's able to connect online on older firmwares. Now, as far as I know, with the 1.4, Nintendo fixed that. You cannot use it anymore. But I could be wrong about that. But that's essentially how it works, is by exploiting the Boss.
Alright, so I must inform everyone. Please do not, if you don't know for sure if your 3DS is hacked, please do not check. Don't check. Just disable your Wi-Fi on your 3DS settings. And what I suggest is waiting until a way to prevent this comes out. Now, yeah, what could people gain from lying?
One of the simple things that can trigger the ban at the Idolon. That's one of the easiest ways to instantly get banned, is just opening friends list.
Yeah. Also attempting to connect basically any game that has to go through the Nintendo network before it actually gets to its own game servers. That's an easy way to.
Well, if the software still works, then I was wrong about it being patched by Nintendo to no longer work. It has Slickstifflocks. Hope I'm saying that username right.
I believe a CTR. I believe a CTR.
HTTP phone. That is the actual name of the software.
Yeah,
It's very long and difficult.
I'm just gonna call it CTR PWN CTR Pwn. So I believe a CTR Pwn update should be coming out sooner or later, and
I'm surprised that Sneelam and other hackers like Yellow's 8 or Pluto haven't come out and talked about this in detail. Like, if you look at their Twitter, they're practically silent about it.
because they have to be nowadays. Because Nintendo they stalk people's Twitter nowadays. I mean,
It could be that Nintendo has finally paid off Sneelam and the other hackers, and that's why they really haven't been doing as much as they used to. They're just giving them a silent paycheck as hush money, basically saying, don't exploit our consoles anymore.
I couldn't imagine that.
That might explain why Twilight and Spelem and all that are completely anti-piracy, but
Yeah, that could explain that. But then we also have people like me who find something that we believe are exploitable. We try and test it, such as download play. Like I believe, to myself, I was like, okay, how can download play not be
Netflix has also been
exploitable?
exploited to a degree, but no one really knows about that one.
Yeah, Netflix has also been exploited to a degree. But a lot of this stuff that people exploit, they discontinue it because they don't know how to do it. And I'm actually thinking about either passing this on to someone that knows how to do it, because I have no clue how. Like I've gotten to a stage in download play where I use the DSi download play, right? The DS download play. I use that to connect to a Nintendo Zone, right? A fake Nintendo Zone that I set up on my Chromebook, and my Chromebook sends out application data for Homebrew Launcher, but I don't understand how to get it to run after download play. It's something in the coding. I have to check that out. I have no clue how to do this. Yeah, download play doesn't have download play has no kernel access, but download play is very exploitable. It's very exploitable. It's very vulnerable. I believe it's a last resort by Smilum and Yellow's 8. If it ever came down to a point where we needed a last resort to access the Homebrew launcher. I haven't been banned yet.
exploits use download play already, just as a passive way of entry,
Yeah,
and then it kind of escalates its privilege via other exploits.
I mean, at the end of the day, download play has always been the foundation, because you know how you get that glitch in when you've already entered the Homebrew launcher, you occasionally get a glitch where it glitches and it opens download play, right? Well, that's because download play.
That's because it failed to launch the exploit that it uses to piggyback off of download play.
Right. So download play is actually part of the base of the Homebrew launcher, while the boot.3dsx file is the rest of the formula, as I would say. Anything else? Anything else? Dude, Pokemon Picross entry point. Now, I'm hyped for that, but I'm also hyped for how quickly it might get shut down. Because that's a game that's actively patched. I mean, not quite. Still have my own online reach via Majora's Mask, and I'm... Yeah, people still have some of their people still have some of their old entry points. Like, I believe I still have
I still have Steel Diver subwards.
I know I still have my Iron Hacks.
Legend of Zelda 4 Swords that I used to get, custom firmware in the first place. I still have, my access to the sound hacks as well.
Hey Alex, could you say like something in the chat real fast? Alrighty. But I'm just about to end the stream, guys.
One last thing before we close off. I think I may have gotten an idea of how exactly they've been able to just ban people based off what they have in their system. It could be that, you know, that bug bounty program they launched a while back? Maybe a couple of people found ways to exploit the system on a hardware level over the network, and now Nintendo is actually exploiting that to further spy on users.
If so, that would be kind of alarming and very illegal.
It would be very illegal, but since they're not telling anyone they're doing it, nobody would know. That's just a thought. I don't know for sure, and it's pretty much purely speculation.
Possibly,
Yeah,
but
at
I
this
think
point-
that if they were launching some sort of exploit, I think there would be some sort of symptom at the end user level that the end user would notice.
Right. Like like I actually looked at the beginning of this call, guys. I actually looked at the end of, like, before I even started the stream. I actually looked at the end of user license and agreement. Now, nowhere does it even mention piracy. So piracy getting a console ban is probably out of the question, just because it's not in the end of user license agreement. Nintendo's terms of service, as I would say. All it really says is third party / modification. They throw around the term third party, but third party just, you know, they could just call it by its actual name and just say homebrew. There's no hurt in it. There's no harm in it. Because eventually people are going to just take to Google, see what third-party content on the 3DS means, and they're going to find homebrew. And that's how they get interested. That's how most people get that. Well, I wouldn't say most. That's how a lot of people have been hooked.
Honestly, I think that third party is a very unclear term. Even as far as legalese goes, third party is referring to anybody who isn't Nintendo or isn't hired by Nintendo, basically. That's third party. So that refers to any development studio that does anything that they don't like. So that could be a legitimate game. They could be trying to sanction their own third-party developers for something they've done, and everybody's getting swept up in it. We don't know. We really don't know what's going on. They told us they have not been forward with this.
I mean,
And
it's
the,
not.
The fact is actually using the word third party is actually very unclear. They should actually use and coin a new term, fourth party, to refer to anybody that they haven't explicitly authorized to use the system. So, in essence, they should use terms like homebrew and things like that, because that more accurately captures exactly what's being forbidden in the license agreement.
You're lagging a little bit, but I did hear what you said, and I actually agree with you. They're very unclear, and it's very non-user friendly, as they like to, as they, you know, Nintendo. Their thing is they want to be the most user friendly company, but in trying to do this, they fail so badly that this situation is even needed to be speculated about. Because they're so non-user friendly, well, we have to speculate as to the reason why we're banned when they should just tell us. You know, we should be able to know why we can't access online on a $300 console that we bought. You know, at the end of the day, we bought our consoles. I understand that agreeing to their terms of service, you know, permits them to do this. But at the end of the day, it's money to them. And to us, some people just can't afford to buy another 3DS. I mean,
I'm definitely in that boat. I mean, there's no way I can buy another system at all. I'm just gonna have to resort to whatever methods I can use to unban the console myself. Whether that's, you know, modding the console further, this and that, the other. And I mean, there's just no way, you know. And it's just basically what it's doing is it's giving everybody who's modified their console a big finger, and it's basically tell them it's okay. You can pirate all of our stuff. You can now go ahead and break all of our rules because we don't care. We just ban you.
right. I mean, and not everyone who hacks their consoles pirate. That's proven as a fact. Because we have YouTubers like, Operation iDroid. He has more than enough money to just buy the games rather than pirating them. We have YouTubers like
He has
Edical World.
almost as much money as TechRax, who just breaks iPhones to get money for more iPhones.
Right. We have YouTubers like Etika World Network who gets literally $200 donations essentially every live stream he does. And he has more than enough money to just buy all the games, and he does buy all the games when he has access to pirate them. You know?
And he's shown on stream clearly that he just doesn't care if Nintendo knows that he has CFW or not.
Right. Because Nintendo also knows that he buys his games. I mean, a lot of people have CFW for their own reasons. I have CFW because I wanted to prepare for the summer when I get a Windows laptop. If I get a Windows laptop, I can actually do live streams of my 3DS games now, do live Pokemon battles. If there's no fix for this, I can't do that anymore. So I essentially hacked my 3DS for no reason
My
now.
primary function for
Yes, Magic Cat 65 AUS Love is banned.
Dude, Oslove got banned like the quickest out of all of us, dude. Oslove got like the dude. I knew it was gonna come for him someday, but I thought it would have been sooner for him at least. You know, there's no way they're gonna just mass ban consoles and not ban Oslove.
the primary function for custom firmware is not necessarily always to pirate or anything of that nature. And the restrictions that Nintendo has.
Several hundreds of restrictions that are almost Apple-like in nature.
Right. Like most of us just want to play a game live stream it, you know, without having to go buy a $500 capture card. I mean, who's gonna want to spend $500 for something that could be free?
It's not only just capture card.
Here, I'll update this now. Control C.
It's the hard butting required. The fact that we now have a capture.
There we go.
Message on the console.
Alrighty.
You don't have to hard mod.
Well, the fact that we have to hard mod due to the crap that Nintendo does to our console is just sad.
Right. The fact that a lot of people have to hard mod to even switch their screens out with a more friendly screen, because some people wear glasses and some 3DS screens make you have to squint your eyes so much, especially if you have to wear glasses.
3D only. There's no 3D. There's all of that. Even when I had a 3DS, I had the 3D disabled 98% of the time because it just didn't do much for me.
Right. At the end,
titles, it just wasn't.
I mean, at the end of the day, the 3D.
In the world to do this, they could have made a simple switch from a 240p screen to a 480p screen, and everyone would have loved them for it. Even if it wasn't HD, just a little bit higher than 240. Now, one could argue that the games wouldn't look as good on this new screen, but I actually say it's quite the opposite. They can attach filters onto it like they do with the DS games with their higher resolution screen for the older 3DS games that don't have the option for the resolution scaling.
Right.
I mean, it was just something simple they could have done with the hardware, but it's just on a shame that they just never did.
It's bad that fan-made things outlive Nintendo's actual name. But yeah, that's probably a discussion for a different day. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here, guys. Thank you for all of you guys who came through. I can't stress that this stream probably couldn't have happened without any of you guys. So, yeah, be sure to come back if I live stream again later today or tomorrow.
Make sure to subscribe to my buddy Kasuna here. He does a lot of good stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, seriously, he made the stream. He brought this stream to you guys. Without him, this stream wouldn't be here. So just make sure to subscribe to him. He makes amazing content. And I give it back to you.
But yeah, also don't forget to check out the link in the description. Just tap on it. You know what it does. Just tap on it. But yeah, peace out. All of you have yourselves a good one.